Hey, this is Law Incorrect being politically incorrect. This channel is to inform you about what's going on around the world, information and news going on that you will not hear here in this country, the US. So, help me to grow this channel to get 1,000 subscribers so I can continue giving you information that you're not getting. Thank you for being politically incorrect with Law Incorrect. Thank you for taking this journey with me. Let's be politically incorrect together. I found this article by Yahoo News, and I have to say I'm shocked that they actually put down their bias towards Ukraine and actually do real reporting. And as I go through this article, you're going to find it interesting as well. I still can't believe it. So let's jump into it. I found this article rather interesting, so listen. Issue Putin arrest warrant, UN prosecutor. The former chief prosecutor of the United Nations War Crime Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia and Rwanda has called for an international arrest warrant to be issued for President Vladimir Putin. Putin is a war criminal, Carla De La Ponte. Del Ponte told the Swiss newspaper La Temps in an interview published Saturday. In interviews given to the Swiss media to make the release of her latest book, the Swiss lawyer who oversaw the UN investigation in Rwanda and the former Yugoslavia said there were clear war crimes being committed in the Ukraine. She said she was particularly shocked by the use of mass graves in Russia's war on Ukraine, which called the worst atrocities or the worst wars in the former Yugoslavia. I hoped never to see mass graves again, she told the newspaper Blick. These dead people have loved ones who didn't even know what's become of them. That is unacceptable. Other war crimes she identified in Ukraine, including the attacks on civilians, the destruction of civil buildings, and even demolishing of entire villages. She said the investigation in the Ukraine would be easier than that in Yugoslavia because the country itself had requested an international probe. The current ICC chief, Karim Khan, visited Ukraine last month. If the ICC finds proof of war crimes, she said, you must go up the chain of command until you reach those who took the decisions. She said it would be possible to bring Putin to account. You mustn't let go. Continue to investigate. When the investigation into the Slobodan Milosevic began, he was still the president of Serbia. Who would have thought then that he would one day be judged? Nobody, she told Blick. Del Ponte added in the investigation should be carried out into possible war crimes committed on both sides, putting into the report about the alleged torture of some of the Russian prisoners of the Ukrainian forces, by the Ukrainian forces. Now, I have to say, it's good that somebody is taking a holistic look and looking at both sides. A lot of the info that is coming out is extremely biased and leaning only towards the Ukrainian side and not looking on both. I don't have an axe in the game, a dog in this fight, but however, I call fair is fair. Now, I'm really surprised that Yahoo News is shedding light on that. Now, as we go back up to the other part, to where she, and when I mean she, I mean this lady right here, Carla Del Ponte, when she talked about the investigations in Rwanda and Yugoslavia, Nicaragua took the United States for war crimes and won, and there was not an arrest warrant for any of the United States presidents. And I call foul on that. Nicaragua and El Salvador both. Now, if it's a brown or black country, in my opinion, they go overlooked, you get sued, whatever, we're not going to throw anything. But now that you have the war going on between Russia and the Ukraine, and it is two white countries fighting, all of a sudden you get all this action done quickly. But that's just how I feel about it. Who knows? I really hope this issue is resolved. I have to admit, I'm really pleasantly surprised at Yahoo News for doing more fair reporting. But having said that, I conclude. There is so much to this story between the Ukraine and Russia, we haven't even scratched the surface. But just the fact that the former prosecutor for the UN says that Ukraine, Putin, should be brought up on war crimes, and also the Ukraine. Oh goodness! Now the prosecutor, the UN top prosecutor, now is looking not only into Putin but also Zelensky. That is a good thing. They both should be looked at and find out what really happened. There's a lot to the story that's not being said, but this is law incorrect. Thank you for stopping by, because you could be anywhere, but you were here with me being politically incorrect with law incorrect.